ESPN 1080.com exclusive. Carson Ingle, we're here. Amway Center looking a little bit different tonight. The ice is down, and the Tampa Bay Lightning playing an exhibition game and losing tonight to the St. Louis Blues 4-3. I'm here with Mike Corcoran from ESPN 1040 in Tampa. He covers the Lightning inside and out. And I guess, Mike, the first thing we got to touch on, the attendance tonight, 11,668. And it seemed like a good crowd of Lightning fans was on hand in Orlando. What were your expectations to start? And then what was your perception of the crowd that was here tonight?
Well, my expectations were about that number. I thought that it would be really good on a weeknight against a team that doesn't really draw well to begin with, to come in here to get that number. And it was a loud 11,000 people. So overall, I thought it was a really good showing for the Orlando area to have a showing like they had tonight.
Now, this game, this team, could we tell much from the game tonight? I know we were talking earlier, and you said it was sloppy to start. It looked like it was kind of sloppy to finish there. Some scoring rallies and a 4-3 finish. Was there anything to take out of tonight?
Well, I think obviously when you look at the roster tonight, you had players that were playing their very first preseason game of the year. So I think that there were some players that were trying to get some rust off. Talking to the guys after the game, there were some situations where this was the first time that they've played in a game situation since Game 7. So you're expected to have a slow start under those circumstances. But at the same time, there was also some talk of the ice being a little bit rough. So that kind of limited what they were able to do. So overall, I think that you kind of had to expect a slow start, but I think that they got their work in and nobody really got hurt, and that was the important thing.
With the players and coaches, very positive, glowing remarks about the atmosphere here, the environment. Is this something that you could see the Lightning franchise doing again, coming back here and playing in Orlando, maybe even a regular season game?
I think it's something that would definitely be on their radar, considering that they've been to Orlando for regular season games in the past, and obviously this was a great showing for them. So I think it's something that they would like to make a habit of. It's a good marketing tool for them to come up here an hour away from where they play their home games and just get the fans in this area that may not make the trip down to Tampa used to hockey and used to the game just right down the road from them.
What's your outlook on the team this year? Right? It seems like in the offseason they sort of stood pat, locked up some of their players. They signed Steven Stamkos to the long-term deal. With being early and everyone understanding that, how do you assess the prospects of the Lightning?
I think the Lightning are good enough to get back to where they were last year. I'm not sure if they did enough in the offseason with some of the players they lost to maybe make the next step. Obviously, to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, a lot of things have got to go right along the way. You've got to get hot at the right time. You've got to stay healthy. So I think it's possible. I think that this team's just got to stay focused and get a better start. That was one of the things that plagued them last year. They had some inconsistent goaltending to begin the year, and that kind of put them behind the 8 ball right off the bat. So obviously you've got Dwayne Rolison coming back. You've got Matthew Garone coming in for his first year to back up Rolison. So I think overall they'll have that consistent goaltending right from the get-go. So I think that'll be beneficial to them moving forward as the season gets underway here in a little bit less than 2 weeks.
Okay, so we know that you're one of our 1040 brothers over there in Tampa. You're one of the 1040 insiders. Where can people find out about your information? Where can they read some of your stuff, and where can they get in contact with you?
You can just go to ESPN1040.com or follow me on Twitter, Mike Corcoran NHL, and that's where you'll find all my stuff.
Awesome. Well, that's Mike Corcoran, a 1040 insider over in Tampa. That's about it from here at the Amway Center in the Lightning game. For ESPN1080.com, I'm Carson Ingle.